How's it going, everyone? I am Dale. Yes, I'm gonna be using my real name here because today I'm gonna be talking about some real stuff. This is not my normal thing, but this is something that has been bothering me for a long time, and I think it's time I get it off my chest. Because it seems like over time things keep building up and building up, and I'm almost at the point where I regret not saying this way sooner. Anyway, we're getting too political on social media. We've been way too political on social media for years now, honestly. I think the first point when I started really realizing that was like, I don't know, sometime around the 2016 election, where it's like, this feels wrong. Of course, I'm getting all these enemy spam levels. Makes perfect sense, right? Oh. Anyway. Yes, I am playing Mario Maker while saying this stuff, because that's part of the point I want to get across, right? We don't have to be talking politics online. We could be doing all sorts of other stuff. I would much rather play and talk about video games than talk about politics online. And it's not that I don't have political opinions. It's not that I'm apolitical. In fact, I have very, very strong political opinions, and it's going to be tough to get all of these thoughts out without bringing those up, and I'm going to have to navigate that. So, especially with this not really being scripted, this is just all exactly what I am thinking right now. I mean, man, this level's kind of trash. It's hard to think and play something so trash at the same. That's why I'm playing on easy right now. It's like, I thought maybe if I played easy levels, I could just get through this and not have to think as much. Anyway. I'm gonna need all of those, aren't I? Alright. There we go. Anyway. Things have been getting heated in this country, and really and truly around the world in general. Not just in the United States. The last couple of years, we've started seeing more violence in places. And I hate to say it, but I'm not surprised. I'm really not shocked that it's happening, and a lot of it feels expected to me, almost at this point. And in fact, I don't expect it to end anytime soon. I only kind of see it getting worse unless we start doing better. And we've got to stop dividing ourselves. And I think a lot of the political discourse that we have is the very thing that is dividing us. That was bad. Alright. I'm not saying you can't discuss politics in any arena whatsoever. That's silly. But we really need to watch what we talk about and who we talk to that about, right? If you're not careful, you allow political discourse in the wrong place, you will destroy entire communities. I've seen families ripped apart, friendships ended, create all sorts of drama at work. You don't want to do that. And for some reason, on social media, we've decided this is the place we're all gonna talk about it. We're just gonna throw it out there in the open, regardless of what kind of issues it causes. And it's created a bunch of. Actually, this is kind of a neat level concept. For an easy level, anyway. But I think it's time we really need to stop pointing fingers and saying, well, it's that side, you know, that faction. They're the reason that all of this is happening. Stop looking at all of the politicians and stop fully blaming them. Understand, like, we voted for them, right? And you could say, oh, it's not the ones no. You're still pointing fingers. Stop doing that. Right? We've got to stop blaming everybody for what's going on and start understanding that those of us that have been in those conversations online, having that fairly toxic political discourse, we're the ones that created this situation. We did it. It's our faults. Not some political party. Not that person that voted for whoever that you disowned in your family. Not your coworker that voted for whoever. No. We did this. We created this mess. And we've got to start doing better, or it's going to get worse. And I mean, there's a lot more thoughts in depth I have on that about like what caused certain things specifically to happen, but I want to be very careful what I say when it comes to that, because as much as I like to turn on lights and open doors, I don't want to open the wrong doors when talking about this thing. Because that's very easy to do. The biggest thing is, I don't want to see any more violence. That's where it's becoming a bit too real. Like, this is that point where all of that discourse has bled into reality. And it is no longer just happening on social media. And I think to fix that, we've got to go back to where it started. And that is the political discussion on social media. We've got to cut it out. Where am I? I'm over here. Okay. Got the one up, even though I don't need it, because I'm at 99 lives. You know, I was watching a political channel today. By context, some of you might figure out who I'm talking about here. Fairly prominent political commentator on YouTube who has, in the last couple of months, fairly drastically cut back on their content. And they were basically saying this thing that I've been thinking now for years. And he was saying, basically, that he thought he needed to cut back on his content because culturally, talking about that stuff is part of the problem. This guy was putting out tons of videos every day talking about this stuff. A huge name. And he was also saying that, you know, one of the things that we need to do to help fix this is start focusing more on culture. You know, we need to start sharing content, things on social media that actually make us happy. You know, like sharing a cat video on Facebook or on Twitter, wherever, that's fine, that's great. If that makes you happy, do that. Maybe think twice about sharing the political meme, you know, because you might be doing more harm than you realize. Okay, this is the kind of level that this is going to be. Alright. It's going to be, like, back here. Of course, now I've got to... I gotta create enough of a bridge that I can make it all the way across. And me saying this, let me be 100% clear here. I am by no means saying that I am innocent in any of this, alright? I will 100% tell you that I have, as much as anybody, been a part of the problem, and that's part of why I started thinking about it at some point, is like noticing the things that I would say in these political discussions online, no matter how much I believed that what I was saying was true. The reactions were never good. Even when people agreed with me, someone else would pop in who strongly disagreed, right? Like, there was almost no escaping having a political conversation anywhere that didn't end up being horrible. Okay. These are the levels you get when playing easy. And I think a lot of people don't realize that they are piling on the damage. It's not those posts you have that you think you're trying to spread some sort of positive message. They're not having the effect that you think they are. If you know the feeling, or you see somebody say something that you really disagree with, and you get that weird tingly feeling, you start feeling like heat in your face. You start shaking a little bit. You know the feeling I'm talking about. Every one of those posts that you think is making things better, I'm telling you right now, you're giving someone that feeling when you make those posts. And you might say, I don't care. Do you care when they make you feel that way? Okay, then you should care when your posts make them feel that way. It's the same thing. And that's the thing where I say, like, look, I am not innocent of this. At all. We've got to do this together. I've probably said way too much about all this, but this is not the kind of video you're going to see from me all the time. I don't know, I'm stumbling over my words a lot. This is not scripted. Again, you're getting totally my thoughts here. As raw as they can be. As pent up for as long as they have been. Something's got to change, though. If things keep going the way they have been, I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is we've all got to figure out how to change this together, and I think by changing how we approach social media, that's going to be how we start. I think I'm done here, though. Thanks for watching. I know that all this sounds a little bit crazy, but you know what? You can't have sanity without at least a little insanity. I will see you next time.